Hello everybody, and welcome back to the channel. I'm up here on a snowy Monday, and I am in the wilds of Bruce County, and I'm at Elmer's Flighting, which is just on the edge of Allenford. And we're gonna go in and have a talk with the boys here. We had an auger breakdown on Friday at the seed plant, and I give Todd a call, and they made that auger today, and I'm gonna grab it and we'll put it in tomorrow. They're still running today, but it's a little bit slow, so that's what's going on. I'll bring you back in a few minutes, but I just wanted to get the sign. So I'm here at the headquarters of Elmer's Flighting with Todd. How are you, Todd?
Good. How are you, Dennis?
And I've been associated with this company for how many years, Todd?
I don't have enough fingers and toes to count.
A long time.
A long time.
A long time. They've been making augers for us down there in Dresden for 20 years?
25 years.
Yeah, a long time.
Yes.
And gearboxes, I don't know how many gearboxes and whatnot we've had, but anyway, I thought I'd take this opportunity today and have Todd tell us a little bit about the business and what goes on and what there is to making augers.
Well, we've been around for 25 plus years. We're a family-run business. Mom and Dad started the business back in the early 90s, and I came home in 99. My brother came home in 2000, and with the great group of employees that we have, we've grown to 12 people working here, and we build augers for everything from putting spices on pizzas to boring holes under the ground. So it's just, we never know when the phone rings what we're going to be doing next. So
there's many uses for flighting, isn't there? And then there's all the other things that go with it, like tubing and
yes,
gearboxes,
yes,
and shafts and bearings, and
yeah, everybody thinks an auger is an auger, but there's lots of moving parts and pieces right down to the nuts and bolts that go into them.
And like I found out when I ordered the auger that I just picked up, there was 3 different ways to have it made, 3 different
Yep, different thicknesses. Yep, there's, you can have a thin, lightweight one, or you can have a heavy, thick one that will last for a long time.
And that's what I opted for, was one that's going to last for a long time, because I'm hoping I don't have to replace this one.
That's right.
The last one, that last auger, and it was probably the lightest one.
Yeah.
And I'm thinking that was about 10 years ago.
No, they do wear out eventually, but that's just the nature of how many thousands of bushels or hundreds of thousands of bushels go through them.
And this one is on an angle, and it's a screening auger, and it's pushing a lot of dirt and that really abrasive. And
yeah, dirt's pretty hard on augers, so wear them out a lot quicker than anything else.
So you do all the design here?
We do a lot of the design here. We deal with a lot of general public people, farmers. Agriculture is probably about half of our business. We do a lot of commercial, industrial stuff as well. We do deal with engineers from other companies who design their own stuff, and we'll build it to their design. We're not engineers here, but we've learned a lot of stuff the old-fashioned way by doing it and not doing it. So
what I find, what we try to do is what we lack in engineering, we try to make up in material.
Yes.
Like build the bitch heavy.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, we do a lot of combine auger work for replacement parts for John Deere Case IH and all the silvers and
the silver seeders
and a lot of them we try and build them heavier and build them better than what the originals are. We have a computerized balancer that we can balance the augers so they run real smooth. We do hundreds of grain buggy augers. Rebuilding them, repairing them, making them longer.
Fixing the dings?
Fixing the dings and the dents, and there are a few accidents people having out there, but
the favorite story I had, and I'm not sure whether it was you or your dad, a guy, and I believe it was a silver cedar.
Yes.
And you made him a auger.
Yes.
And he put it on in the shop.
Yes.
Got in the combine, turned it on. Yeah. And the auger went out?
Into the trusses, went up into the trusses. And he did it twice before he figured out the electrical problem. So he called me up the next day and said, I need you to build me another auger. And I said, well, why? What's wrong? Well, my trusses in my shop destroyed it. And he started telling me the story about it, and I'm like, well, I guess you got a little electrical problem you gotta figure out. So,
Oh, that was a hoot.
yeah, no, sometimes you gotta, all you can do is sit back and chuckle about it. You know, there's no sense getting revved up. Accidents happen, they happen to everybody.
And just go ahead and fix it.
That's right, that's right.
Anyway, that's great. So I've got Mark. Mark is Todd's brother. And what do you do here, Mark?
Shop foreman.
Everything.
Everything, yeah.
So if something screws up, it's your fault.
It's my fault, yep. Yeah.
Anyway, I thought we'd take a walk through the shop.
Sure. We can do that.
This is the old shop that we started everything in. And we have another facility on the other side of the village that we built this past summer. Finished it up. We're not totally 100% done with it yet, but we're able to use the facility to help us try and streamline our stuff and get the stuff out the door faster so people don't have to wait as long. This is some of our machining equipment, some mills and lathes, and nothing extravagant, but the stuff that we need to do the job and get it done.
So you make all your own shafts,
Yes, we do. All our
bushings.
Bushings. We make a lot of our own pucks for the augers. We send them out to get splined and broached, but we do a lot of the machining end of it here before it goes out.
Are you finding any problems with shortage of material with the pandemic?
Just starting to run into a bit of bearing trouble and belts, getting bearings and belts. Bit of steel, but nothing. We had quite a stock here the last year or so.
It always pays to have inventory.
Yeah, we've still got a lot of inventory, but it's we're trying to keep ahead of the game and keep the shelves stocked, and so we can provide a good service for everybody.
I'm always amazed at the work that goes on in here and how clean it is, because I know my shop, it's hard to keep it clean.
Well, it's tough. We got a great group of guys here that work, and they keep the place neat and tidy. And it was something that when Dad was around, that the shop had to be neat and tidy every week. So
Very important.
yes, it makes it good. Everybody likes working in a clean shop. So.
Well, and it maybe saves an accident too. Eh?
Yeah, it's a lot safer, and, you know.
You never know when somebody's going to trip and fall and whatnot.
Especially with steel, everything's sharp. And
Yep.
stuff.
So that's good.
Take you over to the warehouse.
Maybe we'll go.
One of the warehouses.
Sure.
Temporary storage facilities. This is where we try and keep a lot of the John Deere and Case combine augers ahead of the game. So we try and keep one of everything in stock. But
I didn't think John Deere's wore out.
oh, everything wears out.
They do. Unbelievable. Well, I suppose they harvest the most grain, so that makes sense. So you can ship from inventory.
We can ship from inventory. We try and keep one of everything, make up the common stuff, and if we don't have it made, we can make it pretty quick.
So you'd have upright augers?
Yeah, we got verticals, bin fills, bottom of bins, horizontals. We even got tubes for the horizontals. Seems to be the year for wrecking, unloading tubes.
Well, we have a customer almost every year that hits a tree. And we had one this year, and I think he had a yellow combine, but he hit a tree.
He might have been the guy that come up from your way down there.
Maybe. Well, I know when I combine, my auger's always tucked in.
It's amazing how you can hit the switch.
Yeah.
But we were having about 2 or 3 a week.
Yeah.
Never had a year like it.
This was an awful harvest. It was hard. It was tough. You got some inventory, Todd.
We got a little bit of inventory. We try and keep as much as we can.
Red and green. It's just like Christmas in here.
Yeah, pretty much red and green. And this is a lot of sectional flake that we have in stock.
We got to get another container for it.
different kinds and stainless, mild steel, AR 400. Probably got 750 different sizes here on the farm.
This is heavy.
Yes.
Well, that's good. So what do we got here?
This is our helicoid flooding. One of the buildings where we keep a lot of the sizes that we use all the time. We have probably about 3 or 4 different barns. We've got stuff stored in, but this is the sizes that are used on a regular basis.
You don't make this here, though.
Some stuff is made here, but a lot of it does come out of the U.S.
Wow, I had no idea you had this much inventory.
Yeah, we have
600 different sizes.
too much inventory, but like we said before, if we don't have it, we can't sell it. And it's not like Walmart where you can pick up the phone and order it today and have it tomorrow. So.
Well, and it's not like it's apples and oranges. It's going to go bad.
Yeah.
You know.
It'll go eventually.
It'll go.
We keep our hot roll tubing in this building as well. It's getting near the end of the year. We're getting down on some sizes, but we have all our galvanized tubing that we store outdoors. And these are some of the cores that we put in the augers. Some of the different sizes of pipe.
Well, it's nice to have it because you get a year like this when you can't get it sometimes.
Yeah, it's starting to get a struggle. Price has gone crazy. Everybody knows that, but it's just, you know, I don't know why the price has gone so high. Everybody says supply and demand. Well, you know, it's still able to get it. It just takes a little longer to get it, but the price has probably tripled on some things to what it was a year ago at this time.
Yeah, I'm finding they're afraid to give you a price in case it isn't high enough.
Yeah, the price is basically good for 24 hours and that's it. Yeah, when you got to go buy the raw steel, and if it takes 12 weeks to roll it, your price is what it is when you pick it up.
In 12 weeks.
Yeah.
Well, we're having the same thing with crop inputs. I don't know if you've priced any crop inputs.
Yeah.
It's ugly. It's ugly. That'll be another video. Very good. That's good. Well, I got to get going. I want to thank you for taking the time to show me around. And maybe next time we'll get up to the new plant.
Yeah, take you up to the new shop and
have a peek.
Have a peek and show you what's going on up there.
Anyway, if that's going to about do it for this video. If you've liked it, give us a like. If you haven't subscribed, now would be the time. And I'll catch you on the next one. Yeah, I just wanted to take a minute and thank Todd and Mark again for the tour that I got yesterday. It was kind of an impromptu thing. I had to go pick this auger up. But what I wanted to show you is the difference between the new auger and the old one. And what we've got here, this is the old auger. It's down to about an inch of flighting left. And this is the new one. And one thing I find with Todd and Mark, their products, they're first class. And this auger has augered a lot of beans. And I think it's been in probably over 10 years. And it's done its share. So this new one is 3/8. The old one was only 10 gauge flighting, which looking back was a mistake. I went cheap, but the second time around I'm not gonna, because like most things, big expense is in the installation and demolish the old one and install the new one. That costs a lot of money. So in downtime's not cheap. Anyway, thanks again, Mark and Todd, for the little tour I got yesterday.